I'll pick up later. That's what he does.
Right, well, I knew that. That was smart. Get it for your employee.
Oh, this is so amazing. It's my first student class where I wasn't the star. Yes.
All right. Pressure's off.
This is literally my first Zoom.
You're on.
If you want like participating in a Zoom workout, I've been working Zoom for work.
You're not in it. You're not in it right now. You're not in it right now. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the video. I was like, you're not in it. It's okay. You're not in it.
Hi.
You got him in?
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
I have them muted.
How can you hear me?
Usually the music has to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I kind of expected that. And if I walk around, you guys can hear me still.
Okay.
I'm like truly excited.
Turn it down a little bit.
Yes.
I would give you a hug, then it'd be so. I don't know. I'm not PC. We're breaking rules. Don't do that on Zoom. Everyone will see you.
That wasn't virtual reality. Didn't really happen.
Figment of your imagination.
You just freaked me out. I'm so excited.
Oh, good. Is everybody okay with the sis? Yeah. Yes. Don't feel pressure, anybody. That's okay.
We need pressure.
I call pigeon assist.
Okay. I need everybody.
She's out there. Are you sure she's here?
Oh, what's she doing?
Who?
Like Meredith?
Your friend that you just met?
Yeah.
Meredith?
And I watched the yoga to the wall.
Lydia, this is your chance to try the best yoga class of your life.
I'm so excited. Come.
You want to do that? I know you're like, you're like, should I try this? Take your shoes off.
I'm so new to this. I have no idea what it is. Okay, here we go. First, Marty's daughter. Well, second, third or fourth, but a long time. Well, because she was going to do one, like one.
Thank
My
you.
lower back. And my neck and lower back. I'll figure it out.
And are you okay with being touchy?
Yeah, I was a gym for 3 months. Good. I just got really hurt. So, operation.
All right, let's do this. Welcome. Hi, everybody. Yeah. Let's start in, well, they started in child's pose, so I guess we'll do that. So go ahead and start in child's pose. Jason's in the back. He's in teacher training, so he's not a creeper back there. There's a reason why. He's watching. He's mostly watching me. So just take a moment, start to get familiar with the sound of your breath. Recognize that you made it on your mat this morning. What a gift it is. Now you can stay still, or you can pick your torso up and walk the arms over to the right. Come back to center and over to the left. Back to center. Take a moment to set your intention, maybe a prayer, a dedication. Inhale up to tabletop. Good, curl the toes under. Inhale, drop the chest, then look up. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, round, tuck the chin in. Inhale, drop the chest, look up. Exhale, round. Spread through your upper back, your mid back, your lower back. Take one more inhale, drop the chest. See if there's a little more movement through your pelvis as you roll your sitting bones up. And exhale, round. Good, come into neutral spine. And lift your right leg and your left arm. Keep the gaze down so neck is nice and long, and lift up out of the right shoulder. Good, exhale, round and curl, elbow to knee. Squeeze the knee, the elbow in and up. Inhale, lengthen out long. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, round and curl, last time. Try to lift up out of your left shoulder, Ricardo. Good, inhale, lengthen. Just making sure you guys know at home I'm watching you too. Bend your knee, reach behind your back, and grab your foot. Good, keep kicking up, lift up. One more breath here. Release, lengthen, forward and back. And bring the left arm to the left, the right leg out to the right. Try to get your foot up higher than your hip. It should be difficult. Yep. And then lower your foot off the mat and bring your left hand on the mat and push back into a variation of child. So accidentally, last week on Zoom, I called it wild child and it's sticking. I love that name, right? So wild child it is. Good, now you can stay here or you can ground the outer blade of your right foot and maybe walk your hands over to the left. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Take one more breath here. And then walk the hands back to center. Come up into a one-leg tabletop. Curl the left toes and push back to one-leg down dog. Good, you can open up the hip, bend and straighten that top leg a few times. Still the right leg is lifted. Good, knee to nose, squeeze it in and up. And lunge the right foot. Lower the back knee and just drape your upper body over the front leg. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders, and allow your hips to hinge forward. Take one more breath here. Good, then keep your left hand down on the inside of the right foot. Reach the right arm up. If you want to activate it more, lift your back knee, setting up a twist. Rotate the top palm and reach up over the right ear. Squeeze into the inner thighs. Twist a little deeper. Inhale, right arm up, broaden. And lower the right hand, step back to down dog. With your right leg straight, the left knee bends. Good, both feet on the floor, right leg straight, left knee bent. And then lift your left hand and bring it to the outside of your right foot, shin or ankle, and twist in your down dog. Good, try to turn the heels apart. As you broaden through your back, your shoulders, keep pulling the hips up and back. Take one more breath here. And release into down dog. Come into plank. Lower down to the knees and lower your chest and your chin for grasshopper. You can keep pointing the elbows up. Try to get your sternum down to the mat. Good, and then slide all the way down onto your stomach. Squeeze the elbows in, keep the back of the neck long, and lift for cobra. Yeah, that's good. Good, exhale, lower down. For the second one, bring your hands wider than your mat. Come up onto the fingertips and inhale, lift up. Good, now you can stay there or add a little shoulder stretch. So dip your left shoulder down, kind of twist your upper back, and then lift and dip the right shoulder. Inhale up, one more time. Dip the left, and up, and dip the right. Good, back up to center, lift last time, and lower down. And push up to tabletop. Left leg, right arm lifts. Flex the foot, squeeze everything into the midline, lift everything away from the floor, and exhale, round and curl. Switch your arms down. That's why your arms, just arm. There you go. Where are we? Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round and curl. Good, inhale, lengthen. Last time, exhale, round, lift everything away from the floor. Feel your core. Good, inhale, lengthen. Reach back behind and grab the foot. Try not to let your knee flare out. Keep it behind your hip and kick up from there. Lift out of the left shoulder. One more breath here. Good, release, lengthen, forward and back. And bring the right arm to the right, left leg to the left. Try to get your left foot hip height. You'll feel that abductor working. Good, and then lower the foot off the mat, right hand on the mat, and push back to the wild child. Good, ground the outer blade of your left foot. And if you want the side body, walk your hands over to the right. Yeah, I was hoping because I feel like they need them. That's better. I can see you. Yeah. Good. Come back to center. And then swing your left leg back and come into a one leg down dog. Open up the hip. Bend and straighten the top leg. Good. And then bring the knee into the nose, shoulder shift forward, and lunge the left foot. Lower the back knee and just drape the upper body over your front leg. Let your head hang. Let your hips fall forward. Take one more breath here. Start to activate it, setting up your twist. So right hand down, left arm lifts and twist. Pull the outer left hip back. Rotate the top palm and reach over the left ear. Left arm up, broaden. Lower the left hands. Step back, down dog. Left leg straight, right knee bent. Then left hand to the outside of your right foot, shin or ankle, and look under your right armpit and try to twist your upper body, spreading through the shoulder blades. The other side? Yeah, other side, they say. Okay, other side. Keep pulling hips up and back, heels towards the floor. One more breath. And release. Good. Shift the shoulders forward. Come into plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Shoulders back. Nice open chest. It's the first down dog. Up dog. So maybe you look side to side, sway side to side. Good. When you've had enough, push back to down dog. That's the left hand. Okay. Keep pulling the hips up and back as you lengthen through both sides of the body. Don't move your hands. Take one more here. Baby step your feet to the hands. Soften the knees, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale the left foot back. Left hand down, right arm lifts. Inhale, twist. Exhale, lower the hands, step back, down dog. Look between the thumbs, bend the elbows. Inhale, scoop to upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right leg lifts, hips stay level, reach straight back. Flex the foot, get long through the lifted leg. Knee to nose, squeeze it in and up, and lunge the right foot. Arms lift, crescent lunge. As you stand up, pull your outer right hip back, draw the shoulders down. Sit a little deeper. Good, bring your arms out and bring the left elbow under the right. Eagle arms. Elbows lift, shoulders draw down the back. Slowly start to bow forward and float the left leg. Pull your elbows away from the hips. Drop the left hip a little more. And come up to standing. Bring the left knee with you. Lift your left knee higher than the hip and stack left over right for Garudasana. If you need to support your balance, you can always tap your left toes down to the floor. Option to fold forward. Keep lifting the elbows up so your arms stay at a 90-degree angle. Sit a little deeper into the legs. Take one more breath here. Good, and gently stand tall, unwrap arms, legs, pause, top of the mat, Samastharihi. Shoulders back and down. Inhale, arms lift, out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, the right foot back. Left arm lifts, inhale, twist, just one breath. Exhale, lower the hands, step back, down dog. Look between the thumbs, bend the elbows, inhale, scoop to upward facing. Exhale, back to downward facing. Inhale, left leg lifts, hips stay level. Flex the foot. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze it in and up, and lunge the left foot. Arms lift, crescent lunge. Try to stay low through the legs. Pull the left hip back. Relax your jaw, your shoulders, bring the arms out. Right elbow under left, eagle arms. Elbows lift, shoulders down. One breath here, relax your jaw, and slowly start to bow forward as you lift your right leg. Keep the hips level, dropping that right hip. Try to lift from your right inner thigh, good. Slowly come up to stand without letting your right foot touch, and stack right knee over left, eagle legs. Good, sit a little deeper, try to level off your pelvis. Option to, did we fold last time, maybe? Yeah, fold. Good, hands away from your face, one more breath. Gently come on up, unwrap arms, legs, and pause, top of the mat. Good, nice breathing, shoulders back and down. Inhale, arms lift, out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, walker, jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale to downward facing. Spread through the toes, heels slightly turned out. Take one more breath here. Come high onto the toes, bend the knees, walk or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big toes touch, bend the knees, arms lift up for chair pose. Squeeze the legs together, sit a little deeper. Bring the hands to prayer at heart center and twist to the right, hooking left elbow to right knee. Good, try to sit a little lower through your hips, all the weight's in your heels. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. Good, now keep that prayer twist, gaze down, and lift the left foot. Squeeze the heel up and start to straighten the left leg back. Hover, balancing on one foot for a breath if you can, and then lower the left toes. You might lower the left knee as you keep twisting. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist deeper. One more, inhale. Exhale. Good, unwind, hands frame the front foot, straighten out the right leg and fold for Parsvattanasana. Think of lengthening through your right heel as you pull the outer right hip back. Good, relax your neck, your shoulders. Good, nice adjustments. Try to pull your right hip back, your left hip forward a little more, Barbara. Yes, good. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Soften the right knee, left leg lift, standing split. Relax your neck. Take one more breath here. Flex the floating foot, keep both legs as straight as possible, and lower the left foot behind the right. So your legs are crossed at the top of your mat. All toes face the front of the mat, reverse swan dive, arms lift, out and up. Good, left hand grabs the right wrist and lean to the left. Try to keep your shoulders down, elbows back. Feel that nice side body opening. One more breath here. Inhale the standing and swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, walk or jump, uncrossing the legs, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. Maybe in down dog, if your heels are down, you can lift your 10 toes. Keep wrapping the lower ribs in. Yes. Come high up onto the toes, soften the knees, walk or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big toes touch, bend the knees, arms lift, chair pose. Hands to prayer and twist to the left. Hooking right elbow to left knee. Sexy yogi. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. Not a yoga bomb. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. Try to get your thumbs at heart center. Yeah. Good, keep that twist. Turn your gaze down. Knees stay glued to help you balance and lift your right foot. Squeeze the heel in, feel that hamstring working, and then start to straighten your right leg back. Pause on one foot, and then lower the toes down. Nice. Good, keep twisting. Pull the outer left hip back. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist. I guess I'm double twisting. Inhale, exhale. Keep straightening the back leg. If it's lifted, one more. Inhale. Exhale. Good, unwind, hands frame the front foot, straighten out the left leg and fold, Parsvattanasana. Think of your front leg doing two different movements. So left heel pushes forward as you pull your outer left hip back. Inhale, lengthen, look out. Exhale, fold. Good, inhale, lengthen, bend the left knee, right leg lifts, standing split. Think of pulling your torso towards your standing leg as you lift your right leg higher. Good, now flex the floating foot and lower right foot behind the left. So you're crossing at your inner thighs. Reverse swan dive, arms lift, out and up. Try to square your feet and widen your stance so you feel better balance. Right hand grabs left wrist and lean to the right. Elbows back, chin away from chest, shoulders down. One more breath here. Inhale up and swan dive, fold in. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. Spread through your toes. feet together, big toes touch. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Open up the hip. Bend the right knee. Good. Squeeze the heel towards the glute. Some of you can get your heel to touch your glute maybe. Drop your right ribs. Pull the left hip back more. Knee to nose. Squeeze it in and up. And quietly lunge the right foot. Cartwheel the arms up to a warrior two. Good. Nice long arms. Draw the shoulders down and just flip your palms up. See if that helps you relax your upper body more. Give you a little shimmy. Bend your right knee, push your right knee out a little more, Tracy. Yes, good. And then flip your palms. So right arm, oh, it's already up. And exalt the warrior. That's just a habit, cute. Good, keep bending your right knee. One more breath here. Good, now you're gonna keep your right arm up and stand tall. Bend your right arm and wedge your elbow behind your head. And then add the second arm if you can, so you're in Gomukhasana arms. Good, now turn to the right, turn to the left, turn the right toes in and fold down the midline. If you can't hold your hands, hold a shirt, a towel, something you have at home or in the studio. Good, try to keep your weight into your toes. Yeah. Keep lifting the inner arches of your feet. Take one more breath here. Good, inhale slowly lifts you up to standing, still with the arms the way they are. Good, now pivot to face forward. Bend your right knee and start to shift the weight into your right leg. Still with your arms in Gomukhasana. If it's too much, obviously release your arms out, modify if you need to adjust. And it's not about how high the leg is, keep your hips level and make it about keeping your chest open. Nice. Good, point the left toes. One more breath, nice. Slowly unwind your arms, flex the floating foot, left hand down, right arm up, revolving half moon. Take one more breath. Good, now look down and lower, left to right, stand tall, top of the mat. Pause. Good, shoulders back and down. Inhale, arms lift, down and up. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, walk or jump, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. Step your feet together. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Open up the hip. Bend your left knee. You squeeze your heel towards your glute. Drop the left ribs, kick the left knee to the right. Good, knee to nose, squeeze it in and up, and lunge the left foot. Cartwheel the arms up to warrior two. Hips open. Good, now just adjust your arms so your palms face up. See how that helps you shift your shoulders down and push your left knee out just a little bit more. Yes, good adjustments at home, I saw that. Good, exalt your warrior, right hand down, left arm up. Try to lift up out of the left hip crease. One more breath. Good, now stand tall. Keep that left arm lifted, bend the elbow, wedge the arm behind your head, add that second arm. Turn the left toes in, and when you're ready, fold down the midline. Try to use the back of your head to push into the top arm. Keep shifting weight into your toes. Keep lengthening your spine, pulling your head towards the mat. Take one more breath here. Good, now slowly come up, straight spine. Keep your arms if you can. All the way to stand. Pivot towards the front of the room. Bend the left knee a bit and float your right leg for that warrior 3 variation. Again, it's not about how high the leg is. Try not to back bend. So use your pubis bone. Pull your pubis bone forward. Good, keep lifting your chest. Nice long lifted leg, whether it's high or not. Try to tuck your toe. Yeah. Good, and then release your arms out, airplane wings. Flex the floating foot, right fingertips in front of the left big toe, left arm up. Revolving half moon. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Stay looking down as you stack left shoulder over the right. One more breath here. Pull the shoulder back. Good, and then look down, lower the right foot to the left, stand tall, top of the mat, pause. Good, hands to prayer, take a moment, close your eyes. Just notice the shift in the way your body feels. Hopefully you're present and your breath is deep and focused. Take one more here. Inhale, arms lift, down and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. Turn the right heel down, lunge the left foot forward, and walk the hands over to the right. Heels turned out, toes turned in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. You can keep your fingertips facing forward or start to walk them back, whichever feels like a stronger option for you. Keep pulling the head towards the mat. Good, lengthening your spine. Good, inhale, lengthen. Maybe come up to your fingertips. And exhale, fold even deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Ground the outer blades of your feet. Bring the hands to the hips. And inhale to stand. Little back bend at the top. Open, look out. Good, neutral spine. Pivot the right toes out. Lift the arms shoulder height. Inhale, reach towards the right side and tilt for triangle. On the right side, right hand down, left arm up. Good, can you get lighter off your bottom hand and gaze up at your left thumb. Relax your shoulders, your jaw, one more breath. Ground to the back heel, inhale up to stand, and reverse your feet. Keep the arms out, reach to the left side, and tilt left hand down, right arm up. Turn your left toes out a little more. Good, gazes up at your right thumb, breathe. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. One more breath here. Ground through your back heel, inhale up. Turn the left toes in, arms lift all the way up. And then lower your arms behind your back. Lace the fingers, open up the chest, another little back bend, hips press forward, and exhale, fold in with the shoulder stretch. Good, keep trying to pull your hands away from your spine and try to pull your head towards the mat at the same time. So you're lengthening through your spine, good. One more breath here. Release your hands down onto the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Now you might need a little longer stance, just heel toe your feet apart, maybe a few inches or so. Keep the outer blades of your feet down and bend your right knee, walk the hands over to the right. Keep the blades of your feet down. So we're not in full Skandasana yet. Just a little warm up. Good, push your hips back, your chest forward, and then walk the hands to the left. Hips back, chest forward. Good, ground the outer blades of your feet. Now walk it one more time over to the right. Now you can go for that depth, that Skandasana, left toes up, hands to prayer, exalt, bind. Keep flexing the left foot and try to lean back more so your spine is more vertical. Thanks. Can you squeeze both shoulder blades together if you've got that bind? Take one more breath here. Good, release your arms, stay as low as you can, maybe no hands on the floor, shift to the left. Good, right toes up, whatever variation you did last time. If you've got the full bind, try to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Slowly release. Both legs straight to center. Walk the hands to the top of the mat and step back. Vinyasa. One more breath here. Come high up onto the toes, bend the knees. Walk or jump feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Feet step together. Bend the knees, arms lift, chair pose. Straighten the legs and lower your hands down halfway. Lift the heels up. Keep the heels lifted as you slowly start to bend your knees. Try to glide down. Lift your pubis bone so you're not arching your back. Use your core. Try to lean back so your shoulders are over your hips. Good, get a little lower. We're going all the way down. Just take your time. Keep breathing. Relax your lips, your jaw. Good, now come all the way down. Bring your knees apart, setting up Malasana. So you can stay with your arms on the insides of the knees. You could start to walk your hands forward, apart, or go for your binds. Now you can drop your head down. Yeah, and I see, yeah, Beth, you modified with your feet apart, totally fine. That's always an option. If you want to try to keep your feet together, that's an option too. Just a different pose. Feel free to use a block too if you need to sit on it. Your shoulders forward and apart, or your head forward, your shoulders apart. Yeah, okay. One more breath. Good, hands to the top of the mat. You're in that little ball, so stay tight and just float your feet for Bakasana. Knees could be into your armpits for crane or onto the elbows for crow. See if you've got some hang time. Maybe you can hang there for 5 breaths or so and then shoot the legs back, Vinyasa. Yeah. Yeah. Back to crow. Right knee forward, pigeon. Good, walk your hands in, open up the chest, and then start to fold in. Notice if you can relax more. Relax something else here as you settle into your pigeon. Take 2 more breaths here. Now start to walk your hands back in. Lean to the right and swing the left leg around. Bring the left foot to the outside of the right knee. Try to get your left heel out of the way so your right heel out of the way so your left hip is down. Left hand behind your back, right arm up, hook elbow to knee, and twist. Good, try to relax your shoulders down. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, twist a little deeper. 1 more breath here, inhale. Exhale. Good, inhale up. Now this is a little different transition. So you're gonna lean over to your right elbow off to your mat. Bind either your left big toe or your ankle or your foot and start to straighten that left leg up. Good. Now bring your right knee back and you're probably kind of feel like you're falling back with your chest up. So now try to kick your left hip forward as you stack your left hip over your right. Good. Now try to lift out of your right shoulder. So you might feel it through your right side body. That's where I feel it mostly, but you might also feel it in your hamstring and other places too. I love this. Everybody feels it? Yeah? Good. 1 more breath. Good. Now come up onto your right hand and start to kick your left foot forward. So your foot's only about a foot off the floor. Now switch your arms. Left arm reaches back and twist again. Remember, you can grab your shin if you can't grab your foot with a straight leg. Doesn't matter what you grab. Inhale, sit up taller. Exhale, twist deeper. 1 more here. Good, look forward. Cross the left wrist over the right and pull your left shin towards your chin. Shoulders down. Push your right knee into the floor. Good, bend your left knee, kind of cradle that left hip, and then stack left knee over the right for Gomukhasana. So you're trying to situate yourself so that both hips are evenly down. Remember, you can sit on a block if you need that. Now we already did the arms, so maybe you want to do it a second round, Gomukhasana arms, right elbow up. If you want to leave it out and just focus on the hips, you can do that too. Bring this foot, your other foot, your right foot, yeah. Remember, you can always fold to try to keep your chin off your chest, Barbara. Yes. Nice, Jacqueline. Try to squeeze your elbows in closer towards your spine. Yeah, good. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale lifts you up. Release your arms, shake out the wrists, the shoulders. Now you can roll over your knees for a vinyasa, or if you want to do a headstand with eagle legs, that's an option too. Or just regular headstand if eagle legs confuses you. I actually find it sometimes easier to squeeze your inner thighs together. Yeah, that's in there. Good, and gently unwrap your legs and slowly float your feet down. Everybody move through a vinyasa. Nice. Left side pigeon. Inch the knees apart, walk the hands in, and when you're ready, walk it forward. Take 2 more breaths here. Start to walk the hands in, lifting your chest. Lean to the left, swing the right leg around, and come into seated twist. So right knee should be up, right arm behind your back, left arm lifts, and twist to the right. Root the right big toe down, inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. One more, inhale, exhale. Good, unwind. Now bring your left elbow out to the left. Find your right big toe or your calf and straighten the right leg up. Try to relax your shoulder and now start to move your left knee back. Now you might be kind of falling back, so now try to stack your body sideways as you come up out of the left shoulder. And kind of play where you feel it more through your body, your hamstring, maybe pull your foot closer, shoulders down, nice. One more breath. And now kick your right foot forward. Kind of swing your left knee with you to help you balance. Your foot's a foot off the floor and switch your arms. Right arm reaches back for a seated twist. Keep kicking forward as you reach back. One more, inhale. Exhale. And look forward, cross your right wrist over the left. Try to keep your legs straight, your spine straight as you lift up. Think of pulling your shin towards your chin. Shoulders down. Good, and then start to bend your right knee. You can just kind of cradle that right leg a little. Shoulders stay down. And then stack right knee over the left, coming into Gomukhasana. Takes quite a bit of kind of adjusting and wiggling. Add your arms if you like, left elbow up, or just keep it about your hips. Fold, whatever works. Try to get your knees together. Good, chin off your chest, everybody. Yes, good adjustment. I know. Complaining about over there. This is not her pose. Squeeze your elbows in a little more. Try to get that top elbow behind your head, Ricardo. Yes, good. One more breath here. Good, gently lift yourself up, release your arms, shake it out. Roll over your feet for a vinyasa or headstand with eagle legs. Unwrap your eagle legs and slowly pike your feet down as you move through a vinyasa. Now some of you can jump into it or just step your knees in between your hands and sit on your, or sit in between your feet or on a block or pillow at home for Virasana, hero pose. Good. Now you can stay or you can start to lean back if you need more for Supta Virasana. Keep trying to squeeze your knees together and push your knees down into the floor. Good, Tracy, try to get your butt cheeks forward as you take the back bend out of it. And there's always gonna be a back bend in this pose, but try to just minimize it as much as you can. Okay. One more breath here. Slowly. Some of you can push your hands into the soles of your feet and push your hips forward and come right into Ustrasana. That's a fun transition. If not, you can stand up on your knees and then start to go back into camel, Ustrasana. Or if you need to readjust it completely, you're gonna stand on your knees. Good. You may not touch your feet today. So Ricardo, I would come back up and instead support your lower back with your hands, keep your toes curled under and go back that way so that your hips stay over your knees. You don't want your hips to fall back. Good, take one more breath here. Nice, that's better. And rest in child's pose. Take a breather, you know we gotta do another one. Okay, come on up. Make sure your knees are under your hips. Either support your back or start to reach for your heels. Now, some of you, if you want to start to transition into a drop back, you can always curl your toes under and start to drop back into a full wheel. If anybody wants to try it, let me know. Good, keep breathing. Beautiful, everybody. Rest, child's pose. And walk the hands forward, and you can come into down dog and just jump through and lie on your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Try to keep your lower back pressing down. Shoulders away from the ears. Legs straight up in the air, feet are flexed, Supta Dandasana. Good, now you can stay here or happy baby or push into your hands, lift the feet up over the head for plow, shoulder stand, however you want to wind down your practice today. a few more breaths here. When you've had enough, slowly roll out into a seated forward fold. Slowly roll yourself up and roll onto your back. So we can either do a bridge or a fish, some kind of a final back bend. If you want your bridge to turn into a wheel, you can go there. We're just gonna do one. Go ahead, pull the chin away from chest. And slowly lower down. Hug both knees into the chest. And then straighten the left leg down onto the floor and reclining twist. Draw your right knee across. Look to the right. One more here, inhale. Go back to center and switch. Extend the left arm out and look to the left. One more, inhale. Exhale. Wind, let your feet flop out, let the palms fall open. Open the mouth, stick out the tongue and a vocal exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. before you start to move, just take a moment to observe that you are safe, you are protected, you are taken care of, loved, and supported. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Place your left hand over your heart, your right hand over your belly. Just recognize the beautiful gift it is to have each effortless breath. May we continue to make the most out of each and every moment we are given here. Gently hug your knees into your chest, rock and roll a few times. And when you're ready, come up to seated. Placing the hands in prayer. As we always close our practice, being mindful and grateful for anything and everything. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. And may we use this practice as a way to cultivate peace within our own consciousness so we can be that source of peace for others when we go about our day. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, everybody. God bless. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Nice
Hi,
shirt, Barbara.
Hi, Zoomers. Hi, Beth.
If everybody has time, if you can stay real quick, I'd love to get just a quick photograph because I love this dynamic. If you can stay, cool. If you can't, I'll see you next week. We'll be doing the same thing next week.
If you guys can stay, just a quick. All of us.
A Zoom combo, yeah. Up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like Jason, will you take it for us?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see who's there. I'll be in the back.
It's Ricardo, Jacqueline, Beth, Barbara, and Tracy.
I don't know anyone.
Yeah. So we're just gonna hover around the computer. Yeah.
Distance.
Yeah.
Come close, everybody,
Mhm.
at home. Can you see everybody?
Yeah.
And you can see the computer, I'm not blocking it?
I can see the
Okay.
computer. Probably got 10 pictures.
Oh, okay.
Just take-
Perfect.
you.
Perfect. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Amazing.
We'll see you soon. Okay, how do I end this thing? For the next few weeks. And then, I don't know.
Look, you can become a Zoom international superstar.
Yeah. Oh, look at Beth's kitty.
Karma. Hi, Karma.
Oh my gosh, I love her. She always makes a cameo.
So cute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I have like 30 days. More danger. Not worry, son. Okay.
Are you teaching? Yeah, I'm retreating. Well, I have had to reschedule a few of them, but I just did, I just booked house in Alamorada because air travel is so tricky. So, yeah, so I'm doing that in August. And already have a few people signed up, so that should be good. It's a beautiful house right on the private beach with a private pool. It was a great find. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that in August, and then
You're not in like places.
actually, no, everything's booked. It was hard to find a house. Everything's booked through summer. I know.
A lot of people from here want to go get away there.
Right. Well, I mean, I looked all over Florida, and there's not a lot of availability because it's summer. People
Right.
are out of school, and you know, I guess that's a busy time. I was thinking it was. So yeah, and then hopefully I've got a bunch planned for the fall. That I had to reschedule a few of them. Like Zion. Yeah, nice to meet you. Hope to see you again. You did really great.